What's up guys, hello and welcome to another vlog from Portland, Oregon. This is gonna be the last vlog from this town. I soon have to go back to East Coast in Indiana, but while I'm still here, gonna make the most of it. So let's freshen up, get dressed, and then head on out. I saw there are some nice nature reserves, both one in the north near the Japanese garden where I was before, and then one more in the south. So I'll see which one I want to go to, and they should be accessible by public transport easily. So we'll hop on a bus and head there. So let's get started. Gonna grab this 7-Eleven hot chocolate from the fridge, which is of course no longer hot because I kept it in the fridge. So yesterday I ordered in. I'm taking a day off, kind of resting in the room. So during my meals I also saw there was a possibility to order in from 7-Eleven, so grabbed a, I think it was extra large size, extra grande hot chocolate. So that could be a nice breakfast along the way. So let's sip this and head on over to the bus stop, and then we'll just wing it whether we want to go to the forest in the north or the south. Alright, time to jet off on the adventure. Already finished off the hot chocolate while leaving the hotel on the way down, but thinking of going down south, so let's go look for the bus stop. So the bus stop is right next to the beer garden I captured in the previous vlog, so when I come back and I'm done hiking, probably I can grab a meal over there, because I suppose it will be around lunchtime by then, so that would be perfect timing. The Stumptown coffee seems to be a very prominent coffee in the Portland area. I think we were served their coffee on the flight as well, like a specially made coffee for that flight, so if I get a chance, might be worth a shot. Alright, so this was the main road, just got dropped off by the bus. It was a good 30 minutes ride, short and sweet, and I'm at Tryon Creek State Park. So this is basically the trail entrance. I just have to go down and get started with looking around for different sorts of trails to hike around. So this is the Tryon Creek State Park in the south of Portland, and before I came here I was looking around for some options to spend time in nature as the last day, and came up with a few different choices. So as I said, the forest park up north by the Japanese gardens, then there's this one, and then the Multnomah Falls in the Columbia Gorge, but that is a bit overrun and it takes about 1.5 hours to get there, like one way. So it seems a bit more convoluted, and then there were a few of the waterfalls, so I needed some time to go look around, but because of the way public transport works, there wasn't a whole lot of time, and with so many people it would be difficult to vlog around there anyway, so I chose this one. Headed to the nature center to orient myself, use the restrooms and freshen up a little bit. There are a whole bunch of cars, but this is like a large urban area accessible from downtown Portland. So I'm hoping that people are dispersed inside and will be a nice and peaceful walk/trek. So let's get started. There's even an equestrian trail here, but I guess I'll just hop around different trails and then try to get to the lake from here. So there is this Trillium Trail here right by the nature center, which as I understand is like a very easy, quick access trail for like a quick morning walk. Lots of people here who brought their dogs and stuff, so there's that. And then there's the old trail and a bunch of other trails on the other side. That's where it said Lake Oswego, so probably I try to go that way, but it's like nature area open until dusk, so I can keep walking around hop around different trails. And there's also another legend here, so you can do the upper loop, lower loop, a mix of both on this side. So plenty of choices. I really like it. This is a bit underrated. So there's also a book exchange here. So when I was looking around for different options to hike around, this was something that never really came up. I had to look up the maps and find it myself. But it's nice to have this accessible. So I try to go to the other side and get to the lake first. That's on my agenda as a top thing to do, Lake Oswego. Alright, back on the trail towards Lake Oswego. Set the watch to track the hike/trek. We'll know how much elevation can we get. For now, it's very well paved route, but this is also a bike path. So maybe there is a trekking path that splits up ahead, but so far it's very nice, lush green and peaceful, and the sun's out, so that's really cool. Okay, that's much better. Thankfully I remembered to grab my sunglasses very last minute before leaving my house. It's like, didn't expect that much of sunshine in the winter season. Still used to the Finnish and Nordic darkness, but luckily I have it, so that should be nice. Now it's more comfortable. Look at the amount of moss that is growing on all of these trees and all the way high up. Looks like it's a high moisture area, but still it's like somehow the humidity is not so bad that makes it so hard to breathe. And with this nice and warm sunshine, it's like just about perfect weather for being out and about in the nature. For a little bit I came out of the trail and I'm now walking on the pavement, but this is also the car route, main road going there. I guess at some point it turns back into the nature area, but these are like private properties with a very large front yard. This must be big high-end properties. But yeah, let's wait for the trail marker that takes us back on the lake. Enough should be good, but I don't know. The Willamette River was a bit murky. I don't know about this one. Let's see. Okay, so back at the trail rejoinder. So that was the pedestrian path I was taking so far, and this is the Iron Mountain Trail. So let's keep going this way. I'm hoping it has some nice views. It's just a random trail selection, but why not? This walking path lined up with these trees, narrow road, tall trees, reminds me a whole lot of the Karonkiros through hike that I did in Finland. By far the longest multi-day hike that I've done so far. It's my PR at this point, but it was a similar starting, and then it was more or less the same density of people, basically almost zero. There's nobody. I was the only one on the trail. Although I did have a much bigger and stuffed backpack with a lot of food and supplies. But here it's a day trip. I think there are notices everywhere that it's from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. or more like till dusk, because the days are shorter now. And you're supposed to leave the park. You're not supposed to stay inside. So no camping, no hanging around. Just like a short and sweet day trip and then go back. So decided to come here as early as I could. It's just 11:30 or so, or just a little bit before that. So plenty of daylight to enjoy this place. Okay, so suddenly we are going very steep downhill. Ran into one of the locals, I suppose. Asked them if this was the way to the lake, and they said yes. So if you want to go to the lake, this is the trail. And they said there would be a fork at some point, so I have to split left. And then while I'm going down now, this is going to directly end up at the lake, so you'll have to climb back up and you'll end up at the neighborhood, and from there you keep going down further. So we'll be like up and down to get to the lake. But the good thing is I'm tracking it, so at least I'll have some idea of how long it takes and how intense it is, so I can share the information with you afterwards. nice. I guess I'm crossing over a creek. So there's this bridge is called the Iron Mountain Bridge. There's a small stream of water flowing down there. So it's a nice place, and I think I'm at a lower altitude, so the trees are blocking the sunshine here. But still, very peaceful. Okay, so I just came out from that bridge, and I think this is pretty much the Y fork that the person was telling me about. So I have to go this way, continue on the Iron Mountain thingy on this side. There's another bridge and some other views on that side, but I guess I'm gonna get to the lake first. That's my main goal of this trail hopping for the day. Another piece of info, I'm doing this trek in December, but as you can see it's like very mushy, swampy all along, so you would benefit from having good trekking boots, or try to avoid sneakers is what I'm saying. I mean, I do see some people doing the trail runs, but very few of those are here, and anyway those are proper shoes, not just sneakers, so be mindful of the footwear. Very friendly people here, very few of those here, but those who are here are like very jolly natured. Just met a old couple and they wish me good morning, so that's pretty nice. In the downtown there is some like vibes that are kind of spooky kind of sense because of the poor homeless people, and then lots of things happening on the street that I don't want to talk about, but yeah, those things disappear when you go far away and deep into the nature, so that's really cool. Oh, there's a flowing stream of water down there. Wonder if I have a clear line of sight. So that flowing water that I was hearing was actually this creek feeding water over to the other side, and then that's going all the way down, and you trek along it, so you can hear the soothing sound of water all the way. It's very refreshing. Again, no birds, but at least there's flowing sounds of water, so you can have some relaxing morning trek. Oh wow, people have built houses here, stabilized by the stilts because it's an uneven land, and they have flowing water, so they have access to fresh water from the stream, which is nice. But I guess because of the conditions here, the wood already starting to have a lot of moss, maybe it rots very quickly as well, so maintenance wise not the easiest, but at least you're right in the heart of nature. This is where I split off from the main road, started the Iron Mountain Trail. That was the first bridge, Iron Mountain Bridge. This bridge, the second one, was Nestled Creek. So that's why I was saying we're crossing the creek. And now I'm at the end of the trail. So the lake should be somewhere that way. Go down and follow this water. I guess it converts to a lake at some point. So let's go check that out. So it looks very hiking kind of intensive. It's been about 3 kilometers, and let's see how much elevation I've gained so far. I'm at 1 meter altitude, so not so much kind of elevation gain. And started at 11, it's 12, so did like 3 kilometers in an hour. So not so bad compared to like the city walking pace. So let's see, let's follow the water and find the lake. Finally made it to the lake. So there's this railroad crossing, and behind that house, in between those trees, you can see that's the Lake Oswego. So let's go. And yeah, there's not very many board signs here, so I was following a general sense of direction. Saw the reflection of the lake from a while back, but I was through like some properties, so trying to see where there are like public roads that I can use to access. So right there is the lake, surrounded by nice mountains and very crystal clear. And the only problem is there are properties like this lined up, and this like private property, private access. Can't go through this to get to the lake. So trying to see if there's some sort of public creek or something can hop onto and take a quick sneak peek before. Otherwise, just have to just see it from a distance. So found this arbitrary narrow trail. So that was the road I was walking along. This goes here. There's some swamp over there. But I'm hoping that is the lake again, so I can get a closer look. Yeah, that pretty much is the lake, but there's like a fencing around. There's board signs that says no trespassing. It's interesting. I've never seen a lake cordoned off and like people hogging access to it, but I guess these guys paid plenty of money to get access to it, so it's theirs for the keeping. I'm just gonna see it from a distance and then maybe find something for lunch. So I've done almost 5 kilometers so far, about an hour and a half of trekking around different trails. So let me enjoy the view and then we'll see if we can find something to eat next. Okay, that was a nice bit of hiking around, trying to spot the lake and enjoy the views. Time to cross back the railway tracks and head back to the bus station to downtown. It's going to be a nice 30-minute walk or so, and then there could be some nice food to fuel up. Alright, so I'm very close to the bus stop. Stopped by at a 7-Eleven to grab some snacks to eat while I wait for the bus, but it turns out it's a very slow day and the owner said not to make too much because then they end up throwing everything out. Holiday season, weekend, all the combo. So just gonna wait for the bus, head to downtown and go to the pod and have things from the food truck market that I saw before. I guess that's a better choice. Alright, that was a fun experience. I ordered Mexican tacos in Espanol and then I ordered Biryani and Mango Lassi in Hindi within the same park, so it was like pretty cool. The fusion meal with fusion of languages. Completely full, and then it's gonna get dark very soon, so I'm gonna end this vlog here and gonna take a nap and prepare for a very early morning red-eye flight. So not gonna have much more chance to vlog about anything else, but really tempted to grab another meal from here for dinner as well, but I think dinner is in like 5-6 hours and everything is gonna get very soggy, like empanadas or burritos or something won't taste very good if I keep them for like 6-7 hours. Skip that plan, but I'm gonna take a nice short stroll from the hotel. It was like 9-10 minutes, so it's pretty convenient. I'm gonna walk nice and easy and gonna end this vlog here. This is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. Hope you enjoyed the Oregon and Pacific Northwest travel series to some extent until I get a chance to explore this a little bit more. This is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. See you again the next time.